Hi guys, my name's Doug. Welcome to my messy garage. Today's video, I'm out on the road again, but I did bring my Langmuir Systems Crossfire Pro control box with me. So let's take the top off this thing and have a quick look at it. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoy this one. First step, of course, is to disconnect everything. I've taken the stepper motors, the USB input, and the AC power off of the box before taking the cover off. The reason that we have to take the USB cord out as well as the AC power is that the board, the controller board, is powered off of the USB power and not necessarily the AC power. The AC power is goes through a power supply, you'll see in a minute, that runs the stepper motors. I'm not real impressed with the screws they use in this. They're just a self-tapper with a slot. Because they're just self-tappers, if you have to take the cover off very many times, eventually you're going to strip out the holes. We'll see how they make out using these cheaper screws, and if I find I need to, I can always switch over to using riv nuts. There's nothing terribly complicated about this this control box. We've got a basic control board here with some inputs and outputs on it. I'm going to guess it's probably some kind of Atmel processor on there. I haven't looked at it with a magnifying glass to see what it is. Basically an Arduino. We've got our relay here that fires the torch. We've got stepper drivers for the different axes. We've got our X, Y1, Y2, and Z axis. On the front here, we've got our torch on off, initial height, and then we've got our torch height control. I do have the torch height control option, I just don't have it installed in the box yet. The processor for the torch height control will slot into these headers here. Power supply, I believe, is 24 volt. It doesn't specifically say. We have our AC input through a power switch, feeds to the power supply, and then we have our plus and minus come out of the power supply and supplies voltage to the necessary equipment. The stepper drivers look like your normal stepper driver. There's nothing terribly complicated here. The trick with the controller board is it will take the G code generated by the computer and turn that into step moves that go out to the 4 stepper controllers. Essentially, it's pretty basic how it works. There's not a whole lot to the brain power behind a CNC machine. I've hooked up the USB cable, and as you can see, we've got some lights, a couple of amber lights flashing, and a green LED that's on full time. In order to use fire control software, you can open it without having a connection, but in order to be able to do anything with the program, you have to have it connected up. Here we have fire control. We will open a program. We'll just load the Crossfire Pro break-in program. That's what I was running at the beginning of the video. And we zero out all of our axes over here, and we just start. And I don't even have the stepper motors connected up at the moment. And basically it's just going to run through the program. Runs a diagonal back and forth here several times, and eventually comes to a stop. The idea being with the break-in program that once you get the machine assembled, you run this and it seats in all the bearings and basically gets everything ready to go. That's all I have for today. It's a quick little video just to show you the basics of how this works, and thanks a lot for stopping by. Appreciate you taking the time. If you want to see more great content from Doug's Messy Garage, can I get you to subscribe to the channel? Give me a thumb up if you like the video, and we'll catch you in the next mess.